Hello, programming gurus. Welcome back to Tech Now. And then, yeah, if this is the first time you come into or you visiting our YouTube channel, we'll likely ask you to subscribe or maybe click on the like button. But we also recommend you to watch the other previous videos if you don't understand what is happening here on the screen. So today, what we're gonna learn is simple. What we're gonna learn is to really learn how to organize our files when we developing our Flutter applications, and also how to use the fat arrow instead of the normal functions. Good, so let's get started. So in this code we're gonna organize our files here, since in many of our apps we'll be having several screens and several functions that will be working. And if we're gonna develop everything in the main that is gonna be a bit clumsy and then too much to handle. So it's really a good practice to organize your files. So if we talk of organizing your files, it's very simple. It's by having more files and creating good folders in order to keep all your functions and other stuff in different files. So let's learn how to do that. Good. Today we'll only create one file, but when you are in a major project, you have to create several of this. Okay, so let's begin. First, to easily organize and keep this smooth, I will recommend that maybe you go with the fat arrow, yeah, to keep the code very simple and straightforward. So to use the fat arrow, you instead clean the curly braces and then use the equal to and then the greater than symbol, but you make sure all your codes are on one line. Yeah, so this way, we're keeping it simple instead of just open it up. We call all this function on one line. Okay, good. So next is we're gonna create a folder in order to have files for our other functions and other code we'll be doing. Good, but we have to do this in the lib folder. Lib folder. Okay, this is Android. Okay, let me click. Okay, so this is the lib folder. Good. What I'm gonna do is right click and then create new folder. New folder. Let me call this folder my first. No. Let me just keep it simple. Let's say app screen. App underscore screen. Yeah, app screens. Yeah, this is easy to remember. Okay, so I have app screen here. So what I have to do is to also create a file. I'm using Visual Studio. Create a file in the folder, and the name of the file, let me just keep it like probably first first screen. Make sure you use the small letters and underscore, so screen first underscore screen, then the extension is .dat. Okay, enter. Good. So we have our second file here. So we have the main dot and then we have the second file. Okay, so since we'll be having more of these files, you need to really name it well in order to make it easy for you to follow your code structure. So let's say we copy everything in here and then we go to the next file, we paste everything in here, but we will not need this one. Let me see, depending on what we're gonna copy here. So let me see, if we're gonna copy everything from here, then maybe we can clean this one. Yeah, but let's see. First, I want to keep it very short, so let me clear everything here, everything in here, here. Okay, so that we'll know what we're doing. I clean everything here, and then we don't need this. The void main is the entry, so it's already in the main.dat, so we don't need this here in the second file. And then we should watch here very careful. Here should be your next function name, not the old one. Good. So here I call this function first screen. So capital letters, first screen, first screen. It has extended the stateless widget. Yeah, that is correct. And override widget build. Yeah, so let's keep this correctly here. All right, so why is this faint? Because we are not using this package anymore in here, but we're gonna bring some of these files here. So let me see, where should we pick from? Okay, I think we can either keep this file, yeah, only this one here, this one, this one. We can only keep this generator in the second what? In the second file. But what we have to do here is to, let me see, I think only the second file is kind of, let me almost pick everything here from the scaffold. Yeah, let's keep it this way. Yeah, but you can decide on what you want to keep in the second file. This is just learning how to organize your files. So in the real world, you know which set of codes you want to keep in the second file. Yeah, so let me just keep this one here. Maybe you can probably write other functions here. Yeah, so here, since we brought everything in the scaffold, we need to return this to the other screen. It should just return it here. So we have return. Okay, then here what we have to do is to now call the second function, this one. So this is wrapping the second file here, and this is the name of the second function. So I copy this and then call this at the home area. So to call a function, you need to have the open and closing bracket, and then yeah, here. All right. So what do we? Okay. So let's check this out. Function here, return. Okay, good. We have this. There's an error here. You can see this is underlined and this is not being used. Why? Because we have the final variable still here and cannot be read in the second file. So we need to actually put this right on top. Right on top, and then what we have to do next is also to call the file in the main dat, okay. So this, we need to put this one here, the scaffold in the widget, the variable here, okay. So you see the arrow moves, so I have, because of this variable, and then we have this one in here. But what we have to do is make sure we take this one off, otherwise it's gonna be a duplicate. And then no, let me just clear from here. Then I do the importation. So we want to import this. We want to import this folder and then the file right here. So this should be a dot slash. Then we have the app screens. In the app screen we have the first screen dot dat, then we import that. You get it, right? So let's delete this one from here, and we keep it very simple. So this is here, that is here, and then another. Okay, need to terminate this. Good. Boom. So now we have simply organized our what? Our files. We brought everything from the scaffold area here, and then we also added the variable. You can see from here, the variable is here. Then we also imported the word library here, and then we have the material that will help us display this scaffold on the screen. Good. And then here we called the second file, this one. This is dot app underscore screen. You pick from the folder and then the file. So this is the file. So everything in here will reflect here. Everything in here will reflect here. That is what we're studying today. So I save and then I run. Let's see if this code will run successfully. So if you have watched our previous video, you will know the last video was to change our app icon. So this same app, we were working in that folder. So this is going to launch on the screen. So when you have a bigger project, you'll be doing this in order to what? Organize your code and also help you keep your code minimized, as in when you want to do an editing in any of the code, you can strictly know which file in your code are you working in, and then which folder are you navigating into. So if you have many folders and many files, you can be adding this to this import. You import most of the folders here, or you can have only one folder and have several file lists in there, yeah, to import. So this is basically easy to do in order to organize your code. So we use the arrow fat arrow for this function, and then we put all our important functions or the user defined functions in here. We make use of this package, and then we also make use of the material dot that, because we are having the scaffold here, and then the background color and all that, the toolbar here. So that is what we are doing today. Let this run on the screen and let's see if it works. Then we are done. Good. So it's actually debugging and building. So let's give it some short time for us to see what happens on the simulator. Okay, so it's loading. You can see from here, it's loading the app. Okay, it's loading. Okay, boom, so it works. So the same app, we put a part of the functions in a different file in order to show you how to organize your code. This is what we have to learn today. If you really like this video or you learned something new, kindly subscribe and hit on the like button, and also click on the notification button. Peace, we are out.